Alright, so to continue, this charge is very important to every Mason out there, and once you have been initiated into the secrets and privileges of Freemasonry, you are being charged with this based on the Constitution of Grand Lodge, So it simply proves that one needs to believe in the Supreme Architect of heaven and earth, or simply put, one needs to believe in a supreme power which is above himself as a man, and not be a foolish man or a stupid man or atheist who believes that there is no authority or there is no supreme force operating this universe, which has always been a wrong notion of most men out there. You see, so Freemasonry is a noble society whereby it charges men, good men, to become better versions of themselves. And this notwithstanding is not to say that we don't have co-ones amongst us. In every society where people gather, there's definitely going to be one or two people who would like to go contrary to the tenets of the order, but the true ones who allow themselves for the order to go through them will never disgrace their badge. And when I say the badge, it is the distinguishing figure, the apron that is being wrapped or girded around our waist. That is our emblem. That's what differentiates us, So when the badge is not disgraced, it will also not disgrace you. It simply means once you have been conferred and been trusted with the badge, you need to uphold the principles and the true values of the craft or the order. That is the only true and sure way that a man who is being initiated and raised, or being initiated, passed and raised as a Mason, a true Mason, before the order and before the worshipful master and the rest of the officers and brethren gathered, can ascend and elevate themselves from their lower self to their higher self and become upright and righteous men in society. So the tenets or the charge concerning God and religion simply proves that a Mason is therefore particularly bound to never act against the dictates of his conscience. So you need not act against the dictates of your own conscience. Understand? You need to have a pure conscience. You need not to lift your heart onto what is vanity. You need to be an exemplary figure in your community, in your neighborhood, where you dwell at, even in your workplace, everywhere you find yourself as a Mason. You need to put up an exemplary life. And these are the tools, these are the things that the craft imbibes into us as Masons. So ideally, it's not an evil cult or evil fraternity as many perceive it to be, but instead it's an order whereby moral values are being instilled in the hearts of initiates. So as an entered apprentice, once you enter and the charge is being read to you, it is expected of you to go out there to re-initiate yourself again into the secrets and the privileges that have been conferred unto you, the degree that has been conferred unto you. There is always a tracing board in every degree, and in the first degree has its own tracing board, which is peculiar to that particular degree, and it's full of symbolisms which are very deep, where you see an adept, climbing up the ladder towards the sun. It's teaching us to search for the light, the higher light within ourselves, and then to become the great light, So that is Masonry. And this craft is a pure one. And I entreat every Mason or every brethren out there to gain more insight into the craft rather than listening to conspiracy theories and then formulating lies within their minds, which are not true anyway. Thank you once again. I would like to keep this video short, and I will come back again for another episode where I will go deeper into the tracing board of the first degree and try to break it down as much as I understand.